What's up, guys? Welcome to Chasing Pelagics. I'm Jeff, and this is your SoCal fishing forecast for Thursday, July 3rd, and also our 4th of July holiday weekend. Happy birthday, America! We got some pretty good fishing going on. That's the great news. We got some nice weather. This is just what America dialed up for us. Currently looking, I know, mid 70s, rolling into the 80s over the next several days. There's been a little bit of cloud cover in the morning here, but honestly, it's not really disrupting much. It's kind of a higher cloud layer, and it's burning out pretty quickly, so your visibility in the early morning hours has been pretty good. This morning, you could easily see 30 miles, so really nothing to worry about for the time being. Let's talk about our wind situation here. We got a little bit of a light eddy kind of thing in the morning. That's what we're talking about with the higher clouds, but not really seeing signs of fog or anything like that, so that's all good news. Currently, we have light wind conditions in the inner waters. Unfortunately, Saturday, we're going to have a little bit of pickup on the outside, although it looks worse than what it really is at this point. The marine forecast isn't really matching what I'm seeing on here, so yeah, it shows 17. But if you look how brief it is, it really dials back over the 2 days pretty quickly. So unless you're heading really west out to like the Cortez area, I don't think this is going to be much of a disruptor at this time. But just be advised of what's going on out there. Really, the most significant thing that's showing over that Friday Saturday period is this west wind swell 3 feet at 8 seconds. So if you're heading straight into it, might slow you down boat speed wise if you're on a private boat, but if you're on a sport boat, really nothing to be concerned about. This is all very, very fishable wind and weather conditions as of now. Did want to point out, let me zoom out here, we have Hurricane Flossie. Yeah, that's right, Flossie was the official name. Not much of a wind maker. Kind of see how this thing works out. We have a little thing behind it here, but it kind of fizzles into that wind shear. So really no threatening wind patterns as far as hurricanes go. It is early July, so maybe a couple more weeks. You know what they say. I don't know if anything else is really out here on the pattern, but yeah, nothing of concern here. But maybe when this stuff starts ripping up again, we'll see how it goes. But oh no, not too bad. Wanted to give you a little overview of our chlorophyll. We are looking at a 3-day chart here, kind of blocked out over here on this side. But we got a little bit of green water that kind of filled in up here, and we'll talk about that. And we still have some pretty green water here. San Diego Bay area, Coronado Island area. So to keep that in mind when we start looking at the rest of the stuff. 3-day temperature chart. Dark red water, we're looking at 70, maybe 71. In these areas, and then as we head west, 62, 63, so pretty dramatic jump here going east to west, and that's something to keep in mind here when you're looking for a particular species of fish. It does matter. Over the last several days, I don't really have much to say about Nick. Not too many people have been venturing out there, but the sea bass bite has been pretty solid at the Channel Islands when they can get in between the wind. And kind of the same thing goes for Catalina and Santa Barbara Island. If you find the squid, it's been pretty good sea bass bite, even daytime as well. It's all kind of working here. Very focused on squid beds. They're not far from the lunchroom, so if you see a squid bed that's pretty piled up with a lot of boats, a little bit north of there, a little bit south of there, and find similar depths and a little piece of structure, and you'll find some wanderers that are going to go north and south with the current. They're not just hunkered down on one spot all day long. So some bites still coming tonight, but there's been some bites during the day as well. Nothing too wild. Also, good yellowtail fishing has been showing up in these areas at night with the sea bass, and also a little bit during the daytime as well. So that goes for Catalina, Santa Barbara. Majority. I haven't heard of any yellow bites coming up here at the Channel Islands yet. Still kind of in cooler waters, 66. I mean, that's still yellowtail water, but just haven't seen enough maybe northern flow yet to really get a bigger bite going out there. It's still early in the season for Channel Islands yellowtail. Sigley Island, there's been yellows on both sides, front side, back side, runway, dunes, pyramid. They've been around. You got to maybe look around for them, but you can definitely scrap together a couple fish here if you dedicate the time to it during the daylight hours. Definitely doable. Bites coming on jigs, coming on live bait, all the above. Should be just fine. Coronado's not getting looked at. That water's turned over and green, pretty gross. Not a lot of yellowtail action there over the last couple weeks. Most of the 3/4 day, half day boats are venturing to go offshore, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Last week, let me reference our bottom detail that I mentioned. Last week we had some bluefin that were, I told you, they were sliding up here, they're going northward on the backside of San Clemente, and I said you had a good chance of catching them up on this escarpment. And yeah, they made it around all the way up to the 7-Eleven, and basically the top of this escarpment and all the way west to the 7-Eleven. Then as that green water filled in, they've slid back over the last couple of days, and we'll get back to that green water that I was referencing. So as this has moved in, the fish have kind of slid south, and they're basically hunkered down here. We're going to go from the 157 to the 81, 381, and then we've seen them now. It seems like a smaller school or smaller sized schools are kind of on the inside here, and the bigger fish are a little bit more out west. But smaller schools from the 371, 226 up to the 43, kind of in this area, and then the bigger stuff is kind of scattered out west here. And I wouldn't be surprised if you ran into them up here at the 289. Just kind of watch how they move over the next couple of days. But overall, I mean, we have pretty decent weather, a lot of eyes on the water. Sun's going to be out, so I think we're going to have some pretty good fishing the next 2 days. Third day might be a little tough. Depends on what the wind is like and what time they decide to pop up. So it might be a little harder to spot the wind. But overall, sight fishing should be good. If you're on a sport boat, you got nothing to worry about. They've been kicking the crap out of them daytime and nighttime. All in all, this is like just a solid prime time summer bite. And fish varying from 50 to 150. Haven't seen really too much bigger than that over the last 2 weeks or so. But usually we kind of get that first run of bigger fish, then it kind of smoothens out, and then we get this, more consistent bigger fish when it comes to fall and late fall and into early December. So we'll see how it plays out for now. Also, I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing some more kelp patty yellowtail move up here as the temperature has been rising. Remember, general conditions, 68 and below is like solid bluefin water. 68 to 70, you could start seeing some yellowfin trickle in. I'm sorry, yeah, from 68 to 70, start seeing some yellowfin trickle in. And then once you're 72 and up, it's pretty much yellowfin zone. After that, very rare to see bluefin in 72-degree water, at least on the west coast. But yeah, I haven't seen any yellowfin yet. We still got, like I said, I think towards the end of July is when you're going to see them. Maybe give it another 2 to 3 more weeks. But yeah, we'll start seeing how it goes. Once those things pop up, things really get going, and then you kind of pick your poison for what you want to fish for, especially with a pretty good sea bass bite going on right now. So all in all, should be a great fun weekend out there on the water. Have a little patience at the boat ramps, at the bait barge, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Be safe out there, and we'll catch you next week. Cheers. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out our website and online store at chasingpelagics.com. And make sure you share the stoke.